Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing a quick review on the Delta Mckenzie Wedgie. So this bad boy here. So this one is the 20 by 20 by 10 inches. I'll leave the exact measurements up on the screen, so in centimeters and inches, but this is going to be my first shot shooting it, so I haven't shot it yet. I got it at Christmas, but the weather's been terrible since, so here we are going to have a few shots at it. So to start, we're going to do 18 meters, 30 meters, and then work back to maybe 40 or 50 meters. I'll leave that up in feet as well, because I don't know what the conversion is. So we'll just have a quick look at it, and then we will jump in and start shooting it. Okay, so just having a good look at it to start. It's pretty heavy. I'm not sure the exact weight, but it definitely won't fall over in the wind. As you can tell, that's why it's called the Wedgie there. Shape and design. That's what the back looks like. Okay, I've had a look inside as well. It pretty much looks like they've got a bed sheet in there, or a bed doona, quilt, whatever you want to call it. So we'll just knock it over and have a look underneath it, and you can have a look what's inside. Because most of the money seems to be in the case, because the inside just looks like they stuffed old bed sheets in there. Okay. So that's the underside, Velcro. And as you can see, basically looks like an old bed doona. It's in a plastic bag. You could probably do this yourself if the inside goes bad, which I think will take a very long time. You can just swap it out for another bed sheet. I could be wrong, I don't know the exact science on it, but that's just what it looks like to me. Okay, so we will go set this up down there and start shooting at it. As you can see, I've got this whole field to myself at the moment. Hopefully no one comes. The weather's still pretty average. It's about 5 degrees today. But it's about as good as it's been for the last 6 months. So that's down at 18 meters, and we're going to start shooting at it shortly. So we're going to be shooting my Diamond Infinite Edge, or Diamond Infinite 305. I've had this for a while. Got a review on the channel as well, so if you want to check it out, that's what we're shooting today. 5 arrows, that's all I've got left at the moment of this batch. So we'll just get straight into it. Okay, so the first arrow missed completely, off to the right. I just need to pull the sight in, we'll see how it goes. By the way, this is set to 60 pounds, so. Okay, so that's our first group, off to the right. Not a bad group, I haven't shot in about 7 months, so just got to fix that one up that's missed entirely. We'll bring it across and see where it goes. So for penetration, it stops arrows, 60 pounds, These are pretty light. I'm only using 100 grain tips, so probably about as light as you're going to get for arrows, but I don't think it'll have any problem stopping anything. So we'll just shoot a few more rounds into it and see how it goes. The biggest thing now will be how hard it is to pull them out. Okay, so pulling them out isn't too bad. Obviously a bit hard holding a camera, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we've done a bit of an adjustment on the sight, so we'll see if we can bring it in a little bit. Okay, we'll see how that went. Okay, so grouping's pretty good. Still got to bring it across a little bit to the left, and I'll probably shoot a couple more rounds before I adjust the elevation, but now that seems okay. So we'll zero it in and then move back to 30 and then try to get back a bit further. So penetration wise, that's what we're looking at. So we'll just pull a couple out. Okay, so that's where the tip finishes. Yeah, so fair bit of penetration, but it definitely stops them pretty good. You can probably hear how loud it is as well, so it's definitely got some stopping factor. Okay, so we're pretty much warmed up now. We'll go down and take a look. The group seems pretty good. And then we'll move it back to 30 and set another pin. So at the moment, I've only got an 18-meter pin. I've got 2 more left, so we'll try a 30 and then a 40. That's the current group. Still a bit to the right, but we'll see what it looks like at 30 meters. I do think I need to probably paper tune it. Some of those are coming in not exactly straight, but that's something for another day. So that's the Mckenzie Wedgie. Delta Mckenzie Wedgie. Seems pretty good. Definitely worth the money. Stops things pretty damn good. I'd say you could stop crossbow bolts, no problem with it. For anyone who's interested in the tag info, that's what we're looking at here. I'll leave all that in the description and on the screen anyway. You got the measurements there. 51 centimeters by 25 deep. Okay, let's move it back. Okay, so we're going to take this right back to 30, which is pretty much the end of this tape measure. Oh, I should probably show the back of the target as well. So that's what the back looks like. Might actually flip it around, eh? Okay, so we'll put this camera on the left this time because I think if I'm going to miss, it's going to be to the right. So let's try that. So that one went over the top. It's a new sight pin. Let's try the 18-meter one again. Okay, so that's the one that went over the top. Still shooting a bit to the right. A little bit low. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is the actual sight that comes with the bow, and you'll probably notice the pins, being such a cheap sight, they don't all line up in a row. So while it's good to get started with, I definitely suggest changing out the sight as soon as possible because they just don't keep a straight line. Okay, so final thoughts on the Wedgie Delta Mckenzie, or the Delta Mckenzie Wedgie, is that it's very good value for money. It's solid, the arrows are pretty easy to pull out, the target face is pretty good, it's got a double-sided face. Definitely worth it for the money. It's solid, I think it will last a very, very long time. Yeah, so my final thoughts on this thing are definitely grab one if you get the chance. I haven't tried too many of these targets. I've made my homemade target, which is fantastic, and I still primarily use that because it's bigger and it's easy to keep around the house. But if you need to move somewhere far, put it in the car, this is the way to go. Fits in the car nice and good. I've got quite a small car, just drop it in, it's easy to go. So there it is in the back of the Volkswagen Polo, so definitely plenty of space. It's pretty much the reason I got it. Fits in the boot nicely. It's only a small boot, small car. Yeah, definitely worth it.